Hi everybody, Mr. Politics here, and welcome to another video. Why is it that this flag of St. George is so controversial? Why is it that people go into meltdown as soon as they see that flag? They lose their minds as soon as they see it. They think that everybody's is far right or a racist for daring to display it. I mean, come this summer in June when the World Cup starts, will be St George's flags flying everywhere out of out of homes and office and blocks of flats. But you've always got some who think it's racist, and anybody dares to fly that flag, that St George's flag, is a racist, and they must be shut down. They can't fly the flags. Well, that's according to a report from that anti-racist group, Hope Not Hate, who are just basically a bunch of troublemakers who are funded by the government. I don't know how any government can bother to fund these troublemakers, as they are. I mean, we all remember what happened 2 years ago when we had in the summer of 2024, when we had the Southport riots. They caused trouble then. They said that some members of the far right threw acid in the face of a Asian. That's according to their leader, Nick Lowe, who is a nasty piece of work. This is not what this video is about. This video is about the right to display our flags. We have this row and trouble every time people want to fly the flag of St George, or now people are saying that the Union Jack is a racist flag. I don't know how that can be called racist because it's the flag of our country. But they go mad, don't they, when they see it? They go into meltdown. These lefties. They've only got to see it and they go mad. I mean, you've only got to see that Yasmin Ali Brown. She's a lunatic. She goes into meltdown when the mere thought of anybody mentioning the flag of St George, or in all the other lefties, they all go into meltdown. They all have a throw a strop. They say, "Oh, it's racist to display that flag. You can't. You can't." I mean, they even get upset over the raising of the colours, the campaign that we had last year, when people were going around putting up the flag of St George and the Union Jack, and of course there was a lot of trouble there, wasn't there? The lefties came out in force, demanding it be taken down. There was even one suggestion that the police get involved and they start arresting people for daring to display the flag, the St George's flag. I mean, even the councils are getting involved. I suppose they'll send out a message to the tenants who live in council flats when England are playing in the World Cup, telling them you can't fly the flag of St George. Well, nobody's going to take any notice of a bunch of lefties, are they? But every time somebody goes as a meltdown about our flag, I mean, what is it about the flag of St George? What gets so many of these lefties so upset about it? They lose their minds. They've only got to see it and they start to lose their minds. They go into meltdown. They say, oh, you can't fly the flag, it's racist, or you're a member of the far right. I mean, even the government are getting involved now. Starmer, lefty Starmer, and the rest of his lefty ministers. Them getting involved now. Them saying you can't fly it. I mean, what planet are these people on? I mean, can you imagine somebody, say, in America? I mean, you know how patriotic, if I could say, patriotic the the Americans they love their flag, don't they? The stars and stripes. They fly it everywhere. Can you imagine for 1 minute some loony lefty daring to suggest to Donald Trump and the American people you can't fly your country's flag? There would be an absolute there would be trouble because you know the Americans they are so patriotic. They love their country, unlike we in the UK. We've got a prime minister who hates Britain, and he hates the people of Britain, and he certainly hates the flag. I mean, if we didn't have a flag, what flag would we fly? We wouldn't fly one. Probably probably the Palestinian flag. There's no there's nothing said about that, is there? I mean, that flag is associated with terrorism. Because that's all the Palestinian people are, and just a bunch of terrorists. And nothing is said about it, is there? Nobody says a word about that. Oh, you could fly that flag. But as soon as you try and fly the St. George's flag or the Union flag, well, then you can't do that. You're racist. And you're a member of the far right. I mean, we've seen people demonstrating against migrants in hotels, haven't we, last year? They was displaying their flags, and we had the usual suspects accusing them of being members of the far right, which don't exist, by the way. It's all in the minds of these lefties and the left-wing media. Them always going on about it, saying, "Oh, it's the work of the far right," which they don't exist. It's all in their minds, in their little lefty minds. But like I've said, I mean, other countries display their flags with pride. Like I've said, America do. I mean, they do in France. They display their flag and other countries. So why can't we in Britain do ours? Display our flags. Why can't we? Every time we try to, we say, oh, some lefty comes out of the woodwork and the likes of Yasmin Ali Brown or whatever her name is. She's the first to shout her mouth off saying, oh, you can't fly that flag. You're racist. And now I'm saying that it's making the ethnic minorities who live in this country feel unsafe. Well, I don't know about them feeling safe, just over making them uncomfortable. The St. George's flag making them uncomfortable. You've only got to look at the Palestinian flag. Anyway, that's the end of this video. The politics here signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.